High above Europe, a silent enemy waited. Not bullets, not flak, cold. America rushed to outfly German fighters, but in the race for altitude and speed, its pilots began dying without being shot.
German fighters climbed fast, very fast. They attacked bombers from above, then vanished. To stop this, America needed altitude. Higher meant safer, or so they thought.
U.S. bombers climbed higher, 20,000 feet, 25,000 feet, even more. Above clouds, above comfort, above what the human body likes. At altitude, temperatures dropped fast, minus 40 degrees, sometimes worse. Metal froze, breath crystallized. Inside the plane, it felt like open air. These bombers weren't insulated. No proper heating, thin metal walls. Gaps let freezing air rush in. The aircraft survived. The pilots struggled. Hands froze first, then feet, then faces. Pilots couldn't move fingers, couldn't grip controls. Some never recovered. Pilots needed oxygen to breathe, but oxygen masks froze. Valves stuck, hoses iced up. Remove the mask, suffocate. Keep it on, freeze. There was no good choice. Some crews went silent. No radio calls, no movement. Planes flew on, with frozen pilots inside. They were found after landing, or not at all. German aircraft flew high earlier. They invested in better clothing, heated suits, better cockpit design. America was learning the hard way. Eventually, improvements arrived. Heated flight suits, better gloves, improved oxygen systems. But early losses couldn't be undone. The sky had already taken its toll. America didn't lose pilots to enemy fire. It lost them to environment. Technology raced ahead of biology. In war, nature is always an enemy too.